On today's weekly recap, we're going to look at the best sports card auctions in the month of January, plus the crazy story behind the Black Finite 1/1 Prizm, Jayden Daniels rookie card getting pulled, plus why some collectors are tearing up their jersey cards. There's all kinds of stories and a lot more, but first, here's your intro. So to start things off, I wanted to look real fast at a note that Cardline's very own Rob and myself got from the amazing Daryl McKay, who does sportscards.com, and he is the mastermind behind the jersey fusion cards. So as a cool note, just a fun little nod, the Monster Beckett 9 autographs with a piece of Logo Men card from Michael Jordan from this 1986-87 collection was hit this week. So it is listed on eBay right now for $250,000. That was one of their it's probably the biggest Grail chase card in their 1986-87 Jersey Fusion collection. Incredibly cool card. There are still 3 redemptions left, though, that have yet to be found. And Daryl did say there's not too many boxes left. One is for a complete Jersey Fusion 86-87 collection set. And then 3 of them get whoever pulls the redemptions an entire graded set of 86-87 Fleer cards. I'm personally working on building one of those in PSA 7, and the PSA 7 is valued at like $13,000, so that is a huge pool. So if you just go to sportscards.com, you can see here's the 86-87 collection if you're just interested in rolling the dice and buying a box to see if you're lucky enough to hit it. So it looks like the cases are sold out, the displays are sold out. You can buy a box or you can buy an empty box. So they really must not have hardly anything left. But if you're interested, you can buy a box for $250. Every box comes with a graded 1986-87 Fleer card with a jersey patch. Some of them are autographed, some of them are not, or you could be incredibly lucky and get one of those outstanding redemptions that has not been redeemed yet. Now, let's get to the Cardlines headlines for the week. Because it was a good week for Cardlines. We were a little bit slower when it came to publishing articles over the last couple of weeks, but it was obviously time with families over the holidays, and the sports card industry as a whole had slowed down. I'm really excited about some stories and some videos that we have coming out over the next 6 weeks or so. Some of them are series that I have planned. So be sure to hit the subscribe button if you're not already doing so. And now let's get into some of the big headlines of the week. I want to start by just, particularly because I'm late, but talking about the top sports card auctions of January. A few of these are already over, so we're going to skip past them. The first one that it actually ends tomorrow at the time that you're watching this, but it's the Memory Lane Winter Rarity Auction. Have so much really good, really cool stuff. Tons of Babe Ruth, tons of vintage Mickey Mantle, all kinds of good stuff. So as always, you can just come to this page and then you can click on this link, which will take you there. Bang, there it is. And we brushed on some of the stuff in the last video, but we've got a lot more info about it now, so I want to check that out now. Robert Edwards Auction has this Encore auction that ends the 19th. Heritage Auctions has some more big stuff. Look at these. PSA 10 Michael Jordan rookie card. Big boy card. Very cool. Some precious metal gems. These are some of the, I think it's the first set that had numbered parallels. I might be wrong there. But in terms of colored parallels, those 1997 metal precious gem cards basically paved the way for the 63 variations of Prizm color that we have in 2024 football. So these are historically significant and important cards. All kinds of really good stuff going on there. I also wanted to talk about this crazy story phenomenon we're seeing. If you're plugged into any Facebook groups, you've definitely seen it there. A lot of collectors are tearing up their patch cards because, so we all know that there's the famous disclaimer on the back of the cards that basically say the associated materials not specifically associated with any player, space, time, something. It's a long wordy disclaimer. But so many collectors have been ripping into their memorabilia to find that the jersey on the back, this is supposed to be O.J. Howard, and it's in a Jalen McMillan card. So there's so many mismatched jersey cards. This Tony Romo looks right. This Dak Prescott. Just kidding. This one says Dak Prescott. This one says Tony Romo. Both the cards are Tony Romo. So we're just seeing so much of that. So you get to wondering, even at the high-end level, when you get to the National Treasures, are the laundry tags actually is that Patrick Mahomes' laundry tag, or do you have something from you know, some third string receiver. You don't know, and there doesn't seem to be any kind of clarity. And Panini almost seems aware of the problem, and it's like they're acknowledging it when they say, no, we don't associate this particular memorabilia with any particular player. I read their disclaimer, and I feel like they're protected if they go to Walmart and buy, like, you know, cotton shirts and cut them up and put them in the cards, basically based on just how loose the verbiage is. But anyways, this is a phenomenal story, very good investigative reporting. Give it a read, and it's pretty wild. Like, get why memorabilia cards they've never been popular, and now they're even worse off. Here's some good news, though, kind of, particularly for the guy who pulled it. The Jayden Daniels Black Finite 1/1 card was pulled. We made a short about this. It didn't get a whole lot of views since it didn't really do much in terms of viewership. Wanted to hit on it here. The bounty on this Jayden Daniels Black Finite 1/1 was issued at $200,000 by this Alexis Owanian, I don't even know his name. He's one of the co-founders of Reddit, but most notably, I think, or equally notably, he's married to Serena Williams. But he's a big collector. He has a lot of Serena Williams. I think at this point it's like a marital obligation to have a lot of her cards. But he's a big Redskins guy, and he put out a $200,000 bounty for this card, and it got hit by a guy who paid $36 for a random team mixer, and he bought it on like a Card Fanatics break from We the Hobby, and it got hit by a guy who rips a ton of cards. But still, it is an absolute life-changing card pulled by somebody who spent $36 on it. So if he took the $200,000 bounty, that's an insane ROI. But then another collector who is based in Florida hopped in the chat, and he ended up trying to buy the card as well. So I'm not 100% sure where it ended up, but I do know that this guy bought a $36 team break and ended up with a life-changing pull by the end of the night, and that's why the hobby is just so fun. I wrote this article here about ranking the top NFL rookie classes. Basically, it's like if you're buying sealed wax, here's my analysis of the rookie classes as a whole, especially if you're, again, setting on sealed boxes. You want to invest in good rookie classes because they age well. So I ranked them all from over the last decade from 10 to 1. I have a separate video coming out where I specifically broke this down, though, so I'm not going to talk about it here in this video. And then finally, Topps Archive Baseball is coming out, and it is tributing this year to 1961, 1970, 1994. So, as always, Archives takes modern players, rookies, and stars, and it puts them on old Topps designs. So it's just kind of always a tribute to Topps past. And it's a really fun set. It's reasonably priced. I think it's about $150, and you get 2 autographs per box. I think a lot of them, if not all of them, are on card. I'm not positive on that, but it seems like most of the pictures I saw from the gallery are at least on card. So I know there's some nice on-card autographs in here. So that's very fun, too. Don't have any boxes to give away today. I ended up just ripping a ton for a video, so I apologize. Thanks for watching to the end. Anyways, again, I'm sorry. I will have a box to give away next week. But thank you for the support. I will see you next time.